Chauncey, that felt like that was probably the best playmaking creation game you guys have had in a while. What kind of went into that?
Yeah, it probably was. But, I mean, we've been sharing the ball. I mean, should we lose the last game at Phoenix, we had 30 assists. I thought we shared the ball very nicely. Did a good job, but we never lost trust when we were passing. I mean, there were some stretches in the fourth quarter where we were making the right pass, the right play, we just wasn't making the shot. And a lot of times with young teams, it's happened with us a ton, you get bored with that when you're not actually making the shot. So I was proud of us for sticking with it tonight, and just keep making the right play. Whatever happens, happens. Just make the right play. Keep playing right. Keep playing right. And I thought we did that. I really did. I thought we did that. They obviously made it tough. I mean, that team's championship pedigree, so they wasn't going to go away. They got back in the game, and we kept hanging, man. We kept hanging. I was proud of our group for that.
Chauncey, can you just talk about that last play with Ants and having that opportunity to go out and get that game winner tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I was, when we were talking about it in the huddle, I just wanted to make sure that we got the last shot. I felt like he did a pretty good job of getting to the basket. I thought that they were going to fire, on him late, and, I told him, I don't know who's going to take this last shot. Just make sure we get the last shot. And if they fire on Ant, make yourself available. I'm comfortable with any of you guys in that position to be able to take the last shot. But they never did. And, I told Ant, just get in there and make a play. We miss it, don't give them time. Don't give them time to make another play. We go try to win in overtime.
Do you like the shot that Shaden was taking tonight?
I did. I thought Shaden was good all night, except for giving up that offensive rebound to Russ at the end of the game. For the most part, I thought his defense, we can talk about his shot making and everything, but I thought his defense was excellent all night. From the start of the game, he just challenged those guys, didn't miss a lot of coverages. The things that we were trying to do, I told him at halftime, your defense has been excellent, So I thought more than anything it was that for Shea. But his shot making, I mean, he made some really big shots down the stretch. But he's capable. We all know that. He's more than capable of doing that.
I'm talking more about like some of the threes that he missed. They looked like they were just really good looks.
Yeah. I mean, I always want him. You guys know that. I always want him taking those shots. Shoot the one desperation shot that he kind of took on that right wing, just danced around the rim a couple times and didn't go in, but it was just such a soft shot, But yeah, I was very happy with the shots that he was able to generate and get tonight.
In that same flow, it felt like this is probably the best Ant and Shaden had kind of played off each other maybe ever.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's just them just getting some reps? Is it Ant maturing? Is it Shaden maturing? A little bit of both. What do you think kind of fed into that tonight?
Yeah, I think both guys, they to be honest with you, they haven't had a ton of time together. They missed a ton of time last year together. This year, Shaden, I mean, they just haven't had a lot of time together since I've actually been starting them both in the backcourt. This is kind of what you would hope that you would get from two guys like that that are pretty dynamic. But I just thought their synergy tonight, every time the ball swung to either one of them, they were just aggressive and to make the right play and not necessarily the shot. And you just never know when you're playing like that, the ball just pops around, and all of a sudden it's back in your hands. So I thought they played off of each other very well.
You mentioned getting maybe bored of playing the right way when you don't have success or don't see results. Do you think you needed a win like this, sort of proof of concept type of thing for the guys to be like, look, if we do these type of things and you can point to something, hey, we can win and win a game like this?
Well, we've had several of them this year, but obviously we were on a losing streak. But, I always say this when you go on these streaks and things like that, most people point to the game that you lost or won or whatever. But you actually grind yourself into that game. And then before you turn it around, you start playing better and better, and then, boom, you get a win. I thought our last couple of games we played better. The both times we wasn't able to come out with the win. And then we did today. So I just think, to your point, You know, it's good validation for our guys, you know, to just continue to keep playing the right way, trusting each other, trusting the pass, and whatever the results are, they are, you know, but just play right.
You think about Denny tonight and maybe just your overall comfortability, like utilizing all of his versatility?
Yeah, Denny, I thought Denny was really good, man. I thought he was really good on both sides of the ball tonight. I mean, we've gotten to a point where I completely trust him out there, you know. That's why I went back with him late in the game for a defensive possession, defensive stop, even offensively. But I trust him out there. You know, he's getting more and more comfortable all of the time. Today was one of the days where we were probably been as healthy as we've been. So when that happens, it's always very tricky in terms of minutes and rotation. And obviously, I put the two bigs out there. I thought our two big lineup was really good in the first half. Second half, it wasn't as good. You know, they went to the zone. I hurried up and got Rob back out of there, put Jeremy back, you know. So when you do have so many people that are healthy, the minutes get a little tricky, you know. And Denny's a guy that, you know, he has to deal with that sometimes, and he's been great with it. But during his minutes, man, he's playing excellent.
Can you visibly see his confidence growing? Because it's one thing to be making threes, but how quick he's shooting them and his aggressiveness to take threes?
I am. I can see it. I see it growing all the time. I went into the gym today. We didn't have shoot around until later before the game, but he was at the practice facility shooting, working his butt off this morning early. You know, he's a tireless worker, and all of that is just paying off. But more than anything, I just think is him getting more comfortable with his teammates, and vice versa. Those are the things that really make you take off.